Hello there, right here I have the Nokia Asha 300 feature phone, and today I'll be going through the ringtones, wallpapers and other features of this phone. The Nokia Asha 300 was originally released back in late 2011 as part of the first batch of Asha series of pseudo smartphones. These phones, while running on the S40 feature phone OS, had certain smartphone capabilities such as an app store and social networking functions. It was intended to fulfill a market gap between Nokia's most basic feature phones and their full-fledged Lumia smartphones in the emerging markets where Nokia was strong at. Various models continued to be released until 2014, when Microsoft Mobile, which by then had acquired Nokia's cell phone division, discontinued it. At the front of the phone, you have the earpiece as well as a 2.4-inch quarter VGA resistive touchscreen display. So that's why I don't see any D-pad or soft keys as on other normal feature phones. But you do have the traditional T9 keypad, as you can see right over here. And on the left, there is nothing. The right contains the volume button as well as the lock button. The bottom also has nothing of any interest whatsoever. And the top has the micro USB cable for data syncing and charging, 3.5mm headphone jack, and Nokia 2.5mm charging port. Unfortunately, I've lost the back cover for this device, but I'll show you a picture right now. And this is the 5MP fixed focus camera on the Asha 300, and it records VGA videos at 15 frames per second at maximum resolution. Powering the Nokia Asha 300 is the Nokia BL4U battery rated at 1110 mAh. And here is the SIM card slot. This is where a second SIM card slot would have gone for the dual SIM models. As you can see over here, it was made in India and has the model number RM-781. So let's turn it on. Okay, so this is how the main menu of the Nokia Asha 300 appears from the home screen. And as you can see right over here, it is powered by a mix of both the touchscreen as well as the T9 keypad for text input. So by default, it lists all the applications as a scrolling list, but you can change the main menu view to something like grid with labels if you wish to. Okay? Alright, so let's take a look at the ringtones first.
sol já raiou, a alegria é maior, é um estado de paz. Olhar para essa luz, recebendo amor e felicidade em poder sorrir, comunicar-me com você. Um alô, sou eu.
Okay, so let's take a look at the wallpapers. Okay, so let's take a look at the themes next. Next, we take a look at the games. Well, this is just a trialware version of Angry Birds, which you could have bought the full game on the Nokia OV store. So nothing much to really look at, but let's just take a look at one of the levels first. Surprisingly, this game is almost as full feature as its smartphone counterparts, for instance. I've not played Angry Birds in quite some time, so I'm not sure whether or not this is holding true or not, but that's what I think from my memories of playing Angry Birds many years ago, and it was still a thing. Oops. Okay, let's take a look at other games. We do get this trial game, which I am not really going to play. And Climate Mission, which is essentially some sort of corporate social responsibility game of sorts. But anyway, I do think that it's quite a fun game, to be honest. Got the drag and drop. There is actually mostly a compilation of various mini games that are supposedly themed after eco-friendliness, saving the earth, for instance. Right, I shouldn't bore you too much with this, and let's take a look at other things. Gatherheads, I'm not sure what it is since you need a connection to the a network for that. Okay. Next we have Memorize. Which is just a compilation of some memorization games that you might expect. No, we're not to play this game, but I think you get the idea what it is. Here, let's look at the other apps you have. I think this is an online form that has already been shut down anyway, so no use taking a look at it. Converter. Let's say what is 105 degrees Fahrenheit. You get 40 degrees Celsius of sorts. Currency conversions. Okay. Introduction. This basically just gives you an introduction of how this phone is supposed to work, sort of a mini tutorial of sorts. Nokia browser, which you can no longer use since its servers were shut down. So the only way you can use it is to download Opera Mini and sideload it if you want to. Size converter, which is I'll just help you choose fashion sizes between various countries' sort of size measurements. Let's say 22. Oops. Back. Interestingly, you also have something about garment history, which you can read about it. Right. Quite a nice touch to this, even though I don't think that most people who have used this size converter app have never really bothered to read it anyway. Okay, so next, perhaps I'll show the other histories next time, I guess. The App Store, which no longer works, and I believe it now directly to the Oppa store, which is basically more or less the same thing, even though the quality of apps can be quite subpar sometimes. Work clock. Alright, nothing much to see here. So let's take a look at what else other apps we have. Stopwatch, speed timing, start. Okay, stop. Countdown timer. Timer, notes, app. Quite a decent keypad, I would say. Better than some other newer feature phones like the one on the 3310 3G and the 8110 4G, which I've just recently reviewed. Right. Nope. Okay. Alarm clock, calculator. Right. So now let's take a look at the camera. It's a as I said before, it is a 5 megapixel fixed focus lens and can capture video graphics array resolution, i.e. 640x480 resolution at 15 frames per second. You don't get any sort of true manual options anyway, but I guess that it won't really help that much for a camera of this type of quality. You do get some digital zoom, however, but I rather advise you not to use it. And so here's a look at some sample shots that I shot using the Nokia Asha 300. Enjoy! Right, so this concludes my tour of the Nokia Asha 300 feature phone. It was quite an interesting, some sort of in-betweener for its time, but as we all know, people really got the hang of capacitive touch screens smartphones quite fast, especially as titles grew big enough such that keypad wasn't really much of a feature to be considered anymore. So I'll see you in the next video. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you found them worth watching. Thank you, and bye!